hit brainiac. A hit brainiac. A hit brainiac. A hit brainiac.
Nocebo.
In here, and I didn't really know, you know, I mean, I came in here with like a pretty expensive camera.
Yeah.
I went straight in to like buy A7S II with like some G Master glass on it. It was like a solid rig, right? And Mike, I think he gave me like a quick lesson on how to like tell me what ISO is, like something completely basic that, you know, he's like, you should probably take a class on this. I'm like, yeah, good call. I did not, so I just paid him. Yeah, it was a lot of just
it was helpful though.
Struggling through it, you know, for a long time, and then I just consistently used it, and eventually switched over to a 1DX.
That's my favorite word, consistency. Like, because the more you just do something,
it was persistent.
Exactly.
It became my job. I was working for a different company, and then I left that company to start my own. So, but it all started from videography.
Absolutely,
really cool.
absolutely.
So, yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, it was great to meet you, bro.
Yeah,
definitely,
you bet, brother.
Keep doing that.
Yeah, take care. I'm gonna see this thing on YouTube too.
Most definitely, you will.
Oh, so guess what came in today? Guess what we have in here? We're going to be checking out the Canon EOS R. Stay tuned. This is just a quick unboxing video, checking it out. You know, you already know it's an awesome camera, you know, so it's finally good to just check it out and just, you know, really break it down. Like there isn't already enough videos out there. This is just another one. Yeah.
Good thinking, Clinton.
You know what I mean?
No,
it's on now.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is Wayne, man. Say what's up to Wayne.
What's up to Wayne?
How's it going with the Pro Prints?
Great, just great.
Yeah.
How's it going with learning what's going on around here?
Man, it's going, man. We're about to open this Canon EOS R and really, you know, check it out for the first time. I'm ready. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am.
I'm definitely excited
Look
to
at
have
me.
this in. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay. Got the manual right here. I'm a little bit dark. That's what happens when, you know, when there's not enough light. Yeah. You get the idea. It's about this guy, not my face. You got a USB-C cable right here. Alright. And then you got the charger. Pretty basic stuff. You're probably gonna need that to charge it up a little bit. Got the battery. The battery looks a bit longer than the other Canon batteries that I've encountered. I heard the battery life on this is pretty good, so I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Yeah, this uses the LP-E6N battery. So while we open the rest, I'm gonna plug this in to charge. What is this?
The hit brainiac.
Right. Oh, okay. It's a nice little camera case. Got the strap. Get the strap. You got the lens cover or whatever. What's up? In a rap? My brain could articulate rhymes that fast. Yeah, this is nice. Battery. I was so excited when this was coming out, man. Ooh. Wow, you got the giant, beautifully built lens. This thing is sexy. Oh my lord. See, the beauty about this lens, you can actually set these to a custom setting to do what you want. So that's pretty dope. That's one of the awesome features about this lens that a lot of people were talking about. This is the 24-105. It has a locking mechanism right there. It's a f4 lens, which is not bad. Yes, it's an f4. it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It gets the job done, especially with the range from 24 to 105. You can't complain. Thank you, Canon. It has built-in image stabilization, autofocus, manual focus, all being able to access that right from the lens. The main feature I really like is the fact you can set this to do something. Yeah, I don't know if I was to own this camera, I'm not sure what I would set that to yet, but I'm sure y'all can find a use for it. And then finally, you got the mother of all pearl. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What can we do for you today?
Well, you can advise me.
Absolutely.
So great. Okay. So what was you trying to upgrade for this? Well, I was just curious whether I should buy it. Whether I should buy this? Yeah. Or not? What? Decent shape and then... Well, yeah, let me see if it works. The lens is pretty good. This is the brought it to me. And this wasn't on it. I was like, it's all scratched up. I had a couple of cards because he had a 64 megabyte card.
Okay, which is
About one picture.
No, 64. Oh, megabytes, not gig.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't even.
So I had a couple. So that
You know,
was
Wayne, you
no
just got to
problem.
make time in your day.
He didn't know what happened to the card he got it with.
So this is definitely worth. It's not bad. I mean, how much would we sell? You know, comedic moment there. You know, meet the guys. You know. Yeah,
Try to
man.
get Brett to come over, but he won't.
Good Lord. This thing, it just, wow. It feels crazy to hold this, yo. It really does feel good. Like, hold that, literally. It feels almost as good as the, have you had the Z7 that came in a couple days ago?
No.
That, like, it feels just as good, if not slightly better. Even that screen looks slightly wider.
Need the grip.
Yeah.
I'm a grip guy.
You're a grip guy? I feel it. Yeah, so well, you know, they do sell the grips now. I saw on eBay and online. You know, if you're like Wayne and you want the grip, you can get that. The screen, it looks wider than your regular, you know, screens. I could be wrong and just overly excited because it's here, but wow, I'm mesmerized. Let me put the lens on there. Ooh, I think that's pretty cool. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but like the lens or the sensor area has an interesting cover up in between it. I've never seen anything like that before. Interesting. Okay. Moment of truth, magic. Ooh, nice and snug. My, this is like a giant. Such a big lens. It feels like every mirrorless camera coming out these days, the lenses are humongous. Have you seen the Panasonic S1 and S1R? Those lenses look humongous. You know, courtesy of the Leica, you know, Leica thing there. So man, this is pretty dope, man. So I'm gonna stop talking about this. I'm actually gonna, let me talk about the little features on the sides here real quick. So on the side, you got the mic input and the headphone jack. And then you also have the USB and HDMI connection. It does not use a full HDMI port, but it does use the mini HDMI, so that should be good enough for most people. The only thing I don't like about the mini HDMI, sometimes they tend to break a little bit. That's with my experience, especially when I used it on the with the Ronin. But you know, if you're more careful than me, you should be good to go. What's this guy here? This is a remote control dial, and up here you have the on and off switch. It's not on right now. I'm charging the battery. Then you have this little mini screen here that kind of tells you everything about the camera when you're not looking at the screen. You know, so some people like to, you know, hit the info option to kind of turn off everything on the screen so all you see is your image. If you're that person, up here you'll be able to see everything you need to see to be able to access the camera and work it from there. So, You know, yeah, you got a couple function option buttons where I feel like I thought there were more function buttons than. Wow, there's not, so you don't get as many function buttons as you do in the Panasonic cameras or some other cameras. That's a bummer. So they added that's why that's a good thing that they added that one there. At least you get that. So yeah, man. What else can I say about this camera? How's it going, guys? Again, I had to quickly stop real quick. I forgot to mention a couple things as I was watching the video back. I wanted to make sure that I put as much information as possible from my point of view into this review. So basically, there's a few things I forgot, which was I forgot to mention. I think one of them was the fact that keep in mind that this is a 30.3 megapixel camera. You know, it shoots 14-bit RAW formats and uncompressed format RAW as well. So, you know, if you're going to be primarily using this for pictures, I just figured that's something that you would like to know. It shoots continuous autofocus at 8 frames per second in single AF mode and 5 frames per second with continuous AF mode. So just keep that in mind as well. The dual pixel autofocus system has a whopping 5,655 selectable AF autofocus points. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so that's just another thing to keep in mind. So that's just to tell you the autofocus is, you just, as you're moving around, and it's fast. You feel me? That's my point. So next up, the compact body has a 3.69 M.OLED electronic viewfinder, you know, with a 0.76 times magnification. You know, so pretty much what you see, it's a very decent magnification size. So you're not going to be getting false information. What you see is what you get, basically, as well as a 3.2 inch, you know, 2.1 M.dot fully articulating touchscreen. So again, that touchscreen to me seems a little bit, it seems like wider than the normal touchscreen that that I'm used to with other cameras, you know. But you know, then again, take it or leave it with a grain of salt. I love what they did with that part there. So it shoots 4K UHD video, and in the video I show you guys exactly how I went about how to access the 4K feature. It's pretty simple, but for some reason I had a hard time locating it. So in case anybody goes through that issue, you'll be able to figure it out watching my video. You know, it shoots 4K up to 29.96 frames per second in all-I or IBP compression with a max bit rate of 480 megabytes per second. That's a big file. Wow. And if you want 60p video, you will basically have to drop down to full HD, you know what I'm saying, which is not bad, because then the file sizes aren't going to be so big if you're doing something that requires slow motion. Okay, and I think that's the gist. Also, one last thing, it only has one card slot. So, you know, from someone like me, I don't think that's a make it or break it situation. You can avoid issues. Just buy yourself a big SD card. You know, I understand that SD cards do go bad and stuff like that, but the chances of it happening is really slim. So if you buy trusted SD cards, you shouldn't really have that problem. Yeah, so with all those new information added onto this video, let's get back to the review and unboxing. Peace out. All right, so one of the main features that I wanted to figure out how to do is set the little dial on the actual lens itself, and you know, set it up. In case anybody didn't know how to do it, I'm gonna show you guys here really quick. It's pretty simple, actually. All you have to really do is go into your settings option, go into the exposure tab, and then you're gonna see 3 options on page 4. One of them is gonna be to set up the little touchscreen bar. The other one is gonna be to set up the actual dials, which is all the dials. The beauty of this, it actually shows you an image of exactly what dial that you'll be doing. So that's pretty cool that they're adding that feature for this camera, man. I'm gonna probably do a screenshot, show you guys exactly what I mean, and from there you guys can, you know, hopefully follow along and it makes sense. All right, so man, this is our quick review of the Canon EOS R, just our first take on it. It's nothing crazy. So the next video I upload will be like a music video, hopefully something very simple, decent, you know, and we'll go from there. All right, so you'll have to go into your menu settings there. Then you go all the way, make sure you're in exposure. As you can see, go into the last option. There you can see the last camera icon, CFN4, and then basically all you have to do then is go down to the customize buttons, and this is what I was talking about, where it actually shows you a visual representation of everything that you would like to set. That's not what we're gonna do though for the dials. What you want to do is go down to customize dials option, and then now you get those 3 options where you can set up your dials up above, as you can see in the image there, the one down there as you can see, and then the third one is the dial with the what do you call it, in front of the lens. So I currently have mine set to the aperture right now, but you can set it to the ISO or whatever else you would like to do. All right, that's how you do that. All right, so as far as my final verdict on this camera, I think, man, this camera is very dope. It's very unique. It's very interesting. It's very light. It's perfect for vlogging, as you can see. You know, I mean, I'm not even like stressing at all. It's just so smooth in order for me to capture everything I need to capture. If I want to quickly turn around and zoom into something far away, I can do it with such ease. You know, a lot of the times people speculate, you know what I'm saying, before the camera actually comes out, and I was one of those people. But right now, man, I'm really loving this. Like, sheesh, you know, I think you can get this. The price tag for the starting up comes around $2,000, I believe. You know, so if you guys would like to check this camera out, man, make sure you definitely go and check out the website, rockbrookcamera.com. I'll put the link down in the description. You know, place your order today and we'll get it right out to you. And yeah, without further ado, if you have any more questions or if there's anything you guys would like to know more about this, drop your comments down below, and we will get right back to you guys, man. Have a good day. Peace. All right, so just like on the Canon M50, you can actually touch the screen of the lens, and then it'll actually take a picture of whatever it is that you're staring at. So I couldn't figure out before. I figured it out. All you have to do is make sure you turn on the touch shutter release option. When you turn that on, you'll be able to just push the button or touch the screen, and it'll take a picture and focus on the exact item that you you know, wanted to take a picture of. All right, keep that in mind. That is very useful if you're trying to get something right away without having to miss the moment or whatever the case may be. Yeah. All right, so another feature that I wasn't able to figure out before was how to actually switch from the regular full HD mode to the 4K mode. The 4K is cropped, keep that in mind with this camera, but I'm gonna show you guys really quick on the screen how I was able to figure it out. It's pretty simple. It's actually on the main menu. When you hit the mode dial, you have to hit the info tab, and when you hit the info tab, another screen will pop up with a bunch of video settings, and the one I chose was the manual option, and when you hit the manual option, you get the 4K and all the other fun features. So what you would have to do, you hit the mode button there. When you hit the mode button there, as you can see, that pops up right now because I currently have it switched over. But in yours, you might not have that option. I couldn't figure it out at first, but all you have to do is hit that info icon right there. And when you hit that info icon, you get all these video settings, and then all you really have to do is pick the one you want. You know, I currently just chose the basic manual option there. And then when you go back in now, when you hit the menu icon, when you hit this Q whatever button, you have all these different options pop up, and then you can let me go back there. You can now go back and select the video section here, and you know, select the 4K. So that's how you get into the 4K option. You would think that would be easier to figure out, but yeah. Yeah, I also want to say, if the quality of the video keeps going from different qualities, you know, throughout this whole video, that's because I'm in order for me to showcase certain things, I'm using different cameras to capture what I need to capture in order to show you guys what you need to know. So basically, yeah, in case you're like, oh, why does it look good here and why does that quality less or whatever, that's why I'm using different cameras to kind of showcase different parts of the video. So just keep that in mind. Let's get back to the video. So this last scene is, I'm shooting this last scene in 4K. I've heard that the autofocus is not the best in 4K. I can kind of see it, but for right now, for what I'm currently doing, it's not so bad. You know, I can't wait to shoot a music video with this camera and just to showcase what it can do cinematically, you know. So yeah, man, you guys stick around, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys for checking out the channel, and if there's anything I missed in this review or just in this video, drop it down below and I'll be sure to keep that in mind on moving forward. All right, without further ado, my name is Dodo. Follow me on Instagram at Dozebo. Follow the business as well at Rockwood Camera, Instagram, and everywhere. The Hit Brainiac everywhere. I'm gonna see y'all soon, man. Y'all be easy. Have a good day. Peace.